the way you wear your hat.
Women who love to play with fantasy naturally enjoy hats. They just make you feel marvellous and they lift your mood. Hats don't just complement an outfit, it sets off the face and it's really wearable art. I started off my collection when I went to London. I could pick up Chanel hats quite easily in the early 1970s, and they're quite reasonably priced. This is a superb Naomi Goodsir hat called the Matador Widow's hat that you pair provocatively underneath the lace. This is a wonderful Adele chapeau. Adele is an Australian milliner in Melbourne, and she made this in the 60s with the pheasant feathers. Looks very much like a Philip Tracy hat. This is a Stephen Jones hat. It's Ocelot, and Stephen Jones works with Galliano at Dior. This, one of my favourite hats, is again an Adele chapeau hat. It's a sort of Garbo-esque hat from the early 70s. And the hat I'm wearing is made by the Melbourne milliner Greg Ladner. It was made from a 100-year-old jaguar skin that I inherited from my father-in-law. My hat collection, it isn't an archival collection. It's a very much a wearable collection. I don't actually leave the house without wearing a hat. And in my professional life, I'm known as the hat lady. And often if I'm writing in my work life, I will go and choose a hat. It could be a Marlene Dietrich hat, it could be a Garbo hat, and I sit at my computer and I feel inspired. If I'm having a dinner party, I actually bring out a hat that I think will suit that particular person, because I've got lots of women's and men's hats. And at our boathouse, it's a 1930s boathouse, we actually encourage people to take the hats off the wall and wear the hats and play the gramophone. We often tango around the boathouse. It's a great pity that women don't wear hats as often as they used to, because hats really do enhance a woman's attractiveness, femininity. In the past, hats were worn for beauty or modesty, and the sociology of hats is really fascinating. I love the fact that my husband shares my enthusiasm. There's nothing more exciting to me than coming home with a hat that I found, a vintage hat particularly, and trying it on and modelling it for my husband.